What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. So I get this email from MB. Now, MB, never met him, don't know who he is. If he was standing right next to me, wouldn't know. But MB, thank you, because what he'll do is send me links to things that he finds super interesting on stuff that based on that I've already talked about, or stuff that links to stuff that I've talked about that it's all in the same genre. So he sent me this email, and it's about, I'm going to read you what the actual title is when I logged onto the site, right? It is another argument for real food over vitamin and mineral supplements. Now, MB was pretty pissed, and his exact words were, I don't want to go through this whole thing, but he said, when people got the same amount, basically he says fucking bullshit. All right, we're just going to go through it. We don't need to, because he's got a thing that he wrote, but we're just going to go through it, because that's his opinion, but I think that many of you are going to understand. You want to know what's going on with this vitamin, mineral versus food thing before we get his take on it. Anyways, he thinks it's bullshit, okay? But I agree with him, but let's get into it. So thank you for sending me the link, MB. Keep them coming, man, because you're doing pretty good at finding this information, and it all matters. So it says, if you're one of the many Americans who use vitamin supplements, chances are you think they will improve your health and help you live longer. But that's not necessarily true. According to a recent study from Tufts University, it found that the best way to improve longevity is by getting nutrients in the food you eat, and that supplements might even be bad for you. Now, you know what, we're just going to keep going through it. Fuck it, we're going to tear this shit apart in a second. It says, according to the study, taking supplements didn't translate into a lower risk of dying from cardiovascular disease, cancer, or any other cause. Vitamin supplements were to supplement what was in the food. So you're trying to tell me if you eat food, you're going to have a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, cancer, or anything else like that because you're eating food? So you're trying to tell me that the minerals, forget it, hang on, let's just keep rolling with it, right? But getting adequate amounts of vitamin K and magnesium through food was associated with a lower risk of death from all causes. Oh my God, if you get it from food, it's good for you. If you get it from a supplement, it doesn't work. Huh? Hang on, listen. Getting enough vitamin A and vitamin K, copper, zinc through the diet was also associated with lower risk of death through cardiovascular disease. Consumer Reports health experts say if you stick with a diet made up of mostly whole foods like fruit, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein, you get the nutrients you need. You can find vitamin A in carrots, sweet potatoes, apricots, spinach, cauliflower, leafy greens, Brussels sprouts, and are all rich in vitamin K. Bananas and nuts are great for magnesium and copper. We eat whole grains, potatoes, and shellfish. The study also found that the overuse of supplements could have negative effects. High calcium intake, about 1,000 milligrams a day from supplements, is linked to an increased risk of death from cancer. So now they're telling you if you take a calcium fucking supplement, and they're not saying a specific form of calcium, they're just saying calcium in general. Calcium supplements will cause cancer if you take 1,000 milligrams a day. That's what they're saying, right? It said when people got the same amount of calcium from foods like yogurt, cheese, and milk, the study found they did not have the same increased risk of death from cancer. But there are times when supplements are recommended. For example, if you're pregnant, folic acid supplements are important, blah, 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 whatever. Check with your doctor, as always, before using a supplement. I don't even know where to begin about tearing this shit away. First of all, nobody, and I mean none of you out there are going to do this. Most bodybuilders are not going to do this, even though we eat super clean foods all the time. For the rest of their life, are going to get in the proper quantities of vitamins and minerals just through food. As easy as that sounds, that's not that easy to do. You have to food combine. It takes a lot of thought and planning to combine all the foods that you need to get 100% of your daily vitamin requirements and minerals. Okay? You motherfuckers are not out there going, well, kale has this much, but there's this much vitamin C in kale, there's this much calcium in kale, so I need this much kale. Okay, now the next meal, I need to get another 40 milligrams, so I'm gonna go with this, and you're not gonna do that. You know how fucking hard that is? To combine all these different fucking foods every day, because you're not gonna eat the same thing every day, because then that's a problem. I don't have enough variety. So what they're fucking saying is technically true, but the reason why supplements exist is because fucking human beings can't do that shit. Bodybuilders, as strict as we are, we don't even do that our entire fucking lifetime. And we can fucking do it a lot better than the average motherfucker out there. That's besides the point, though. What I have a really fucking bone to pick with this, right, is the study was funded by a food company. Study was funded by a food company. The food company study found that a supplement of calcium will kill you, but food won't. We saw this exact same fucking thing where they're saying a supplemental form can be harmful to you. It is bad for you. But the natural form is okay with caffeine. Those studies were done by fucking coffee companies. Do you guys see something right now? So what they're doing is, it's propaganda. It's 100% propaganda. But how the fuck could the natural... Let's back it up. Let's use coffee as an example, right? There are people out there right now that are like, well, I won't take a caffeine, I won't take an energy drink because that's not natural caffeine. I won't take a caffeine pill. I only just do my coffee because it's natural, right? Well, why do you do the coffee? It's not for the pick-me-up, right? Oh, no, I do the coffee because I just enjoy it. Bullshit. You're hooked on the caffeine. No, I just like the taste. Why don't you do decaf? Decaf is gross. So when you remove the caffeine from it, you no longer want the product. You want the effect. So cut this shit. Everybody's out there fucking blowing skirt up. Everybody's fucking blowing sunshine up. Everybody's fucking skirts. Trying to make a case about why a natural form is better than a not natural form. Now, I agree. If you take a huge amount of a unnatural form because you can get it very concentrated, that might be dangerous. So don't fucking overuse them. Why? If the daily dose is 200 milligrams of calcium and you're taking 1,000, then you're an asshole just for taking 1,000 to begin with. Why the fuck would you do that? They wouldn't tell you to take 200 milligrams of fucking Advil and you take 14,000 milligrams, right? You wouldn't do that, right? Well, why the fuck would you do that with a vitamin supplement? And we saw that also with, let's face facts, opium. Opium is the basis for all the shit we have nowadays that is fucking killing people left and right out there. That's the natural form. Now, although the purity is better and it doesn't have the contaminants that, say, heroin has, both of them are still just as addictive. You'll never hear a fucking person say opium is not as addictive as fucking heroin. Heroin's addictive and opium's not. They both do the same thing to the brain and the receptors in the fucking brain. Therefore, one is not more dangerous than the other. When you have a source of calcium from a supplement, a source of calcium from food, if you're taking the same amounts from both of them, those have the same reaction to your body inside. It's not like you take a pill of calcium, all of a sudden you fucking die. And they're very clear about saying, well, let's say you took 1,000 milligrams of calcium. Well, who the fuck is out there taking this 1,000 milligrams? Okay, where are the people that are overdosing on fucking calcium? Because I'd like to say, well, people, would not have the same effect from food. How the fuck are you going to get 1,000 milligrams of calcium from food consistently long enough to get cancer from it? That's why it doesn't show up. You can take those pills all day long, just swallow a pill, it's not a big deal. But if you're eating fucking kale and food combining all this type of fucking food, and it's got to be good lean foods, right? Which means there's more volume even for smaller amounts. When you go to eat junk food, a little amount packs a lot of calories and very little vitamins and stuff. So if you're going to get your vitamins and minerals through food, you got to eat a lot more food over a span of time, which means you're preparing that food. You're eating those same foods to get the same thing. Fast food, people, I'll stop at Taco Bell today, I'll stop at McDonald's tomorrow, I'll get a pizza later. There's all these different varieties. There's not the same type of variety when you're trying to get your vitamins and minerals from fucking food. The variety's out there, but the amounts of foods, like you may have your favorite food's got 2 milligrams of calcium in it. Well, guess what? You can eat that every day, but you're not going to eat enough to get fucking 200 milligrams. So you got to combine it with this food. But there's no fucking way that there's people out there combining all these foods for 50 years to show whether or not they get cancer. That's the problem that I have. They didn't actually show where the person ate 1,000 milligrams of calcium for 25 fucking years. What they did show was an overabundance of calcium loaded into the body via pill. Of course you can overdose on fucking water. If you drink 2 gallons of water in 20 minutes, you're gonna fucking die. That's how fucking that works. So I'm looking at it going, why the fuck would you fearmonger people into trying to eat food? Well, you're a food company. Now it makes sense. They're trying to get more people to buy into the food. Now there are people out there, some of you guys watching this right now, some of you motherfuckers are like, well, I just eat food. I guarantee. I don't care how old you are, whether you're 12, 15, 30 now. I guarantee by the time you're 85, you will not have had a balanced diet straight through food to the end of your life, period. I don't care who the fuck you are. I dare somebody to try it. I bet you they don't get fucking 2 years deep into it. Most people won't even get a year deep into it. But to do it 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, what everybody calls, I just eat food. It's so much easier to eat food. Why? Because your mom is fucking cooking it for you? Because your mom fucking pays for it? Because your mom has different varieties and spices that she makes? Get the fuck out of my face. Or you have all day long to prepare foods at your fucking house because you don't work, or you work from home, or whatever the fucking case may be. Like, it blows my mind that people are just like, why, this is so easy. It's not easy. It's easy for a short period of time. But these studies and real people in the real world have a whole fucking life ahead of them. To tell somebody not to take a vitamin supplement and just eat foods, I have never seen in 30 years someone go 30 years, as long as I've been doing this, and never take a single fucking supplement. Not one fucking person ever. But to have people say that if you take too much calcium, you're going to die, but if you take the same amount of calcium in a food, you're fine. What the fuck? If there's a toxicity from calcium, and not a specific type, because if they said, calcium caseinate was the one that was causing it, it's okay, well, get rid of that form. Use a different form of calcium, because that's obviously not the form in the food. If the food's not given that same effect, it's not happening with the food, then get rid of the calcium caseinate. But that's not what's happening. They're saying any calcium supplement, doesn't matter. So you're trying to tell me any form of calcium causes that toxicity? Yeah. But if you eat the same amount in the food that is one of the same forms that's in those fucking supplements, it doesn't happen? No. Bullshit. How is that even fucking possible? It's not. Guys, I want you guys to think so fucking bad that I can taste it, okay? I want you guys to think so bad that I go to bed at night waking up, and I wake up and I go, hopefully everybody's thinking this morning. I'm thinking, I hope they're fucking thinking. Seriously, that's where I'm at. Because I see shit like this, and how many people would just skim through this, not even really pay attention to it. Tough study, calcium supplements are bad, just eat foods, that's the way to do it. How many people that would be the take home? I'd say most people out there watching this. Now, how many people would actually go through this, like I just did, break it down, ask the questions, go and research it even further, let alone find out who did the study, and try to figure out what forms of calcium it was, because maybe it's the form. Not many people out there. So MB, you saw this, you sent it to me, I appreciate that. Keep this shit coming, because this is the shit that we can show people that lets them know you're being taken for a fucking ride. You don't think you are. You trust studies. You trust doctors. You trust scientists. Well, guess what? They work for these motherfuckers that are billionaires and gazillionaires in these fucking companies, and that's how these fucking studies get out. Now, I guarantee you, if we go dig deep enough, and I didn't, because I don't fucking care. I don't need to, because I know what the fucking answer is. I don't need to see it black and white, because I'm fucking dumb. I bet you we can find a study somewhere that says supplementing calcium over food is 10 times better, because it's more absorbable and you can take less in a supplement rather than taking the food and absorb more like that. I guarantee you there's something out there that basically shows the supplement is better for you. And matter of fact, it's going to be better for you because you can be more consistent for 35 years taking a pill every day than you can combining the right foods in every single fucking meal for the rest of your life. Think about that for a second. They never put it into context. They just throw one little piece of information and you take that information because you're like, oh, I trust these people. Put it in context. How the fuck will you make foods and combine them for the rest of your fucking life in the right amounts? Matter of fact, I dare any of you right now watching this for the next 6 months, stop taking supplements and do all fucking foods and hit 100% of your macronutrient needs and your micronutrient needs. I fucking dare you to do it. Go ahead and do it because somebody out there can get it done, right? And after you get it done, I want you to come back and I want you, that's 2 months. I want you to tell me how easily you can maintain that for 35 fucking years. You know what you're gonna say? I'll take a fucking pill. BioStrengthTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BioStrength.com is the blog. So take the fucking pill and shut the fuck up, bicep. And we are